There are moments in life that defy logic. Events so rare and shocking that if someone told you about them, you'd probably call it a lie. But when those moments are caught on camera, the truth becomes impossible to deny. A child coming face to face with a massive bear on his quiet neighborhood street. Surfers sharing perfect waves with playful dolphins as if they'd planned it. A massive sinkhole opening in the middle of a busy city street without warning. Some of these scenes feel like they belong in a blockbuster movie, while others leave you staring in disbelief at how real and raw life can get. These are moments that feel too strange, too extraordinary to be real, until the footage proves otherwise. Some will leave you breathless, others might even make you smile, but one thing is for certain, you won't forget them. We will start with number 7, massive sinkhole in Japan. Imagine walking through a bustling city and suddenly, the ground beneath you just disappears. This is exactly what happened in the city of Fukuoka, Japan, in November 2016. The unbelievable sight of a massive sinkhole shocked the entire world as videos and images flooded the internet. It looked as if the earth had simply swallowed a piece of the city whole. At first, the ground split into 2 smaller holes, but within hours, they merged into one giant pit, measuring around 30 meters wide, about 98 feet, and 15 meters deep. The sheer size of the sinkhole made it look like a scene from a disaster movie. The sinkhole formed near a busy train station in Fukuoka, one of Japan's major cities. As it appeared without warning, it caused chaos in the area. Power outages followed, leaving traffic signals and nearby buildings without electricity. Sewage lines broke, water started seeping into the pit, and authorities rushed to secure the site to prevent further collapse. Businesses in the area had to shut down temporarily, and public transportation came to a standstill. So what caused such a massive collapse in the heart of a city? The answer lies in both natural and human factors. Fukuoka, like many parts of Japan, has a geological landscape that includes soluble rocks, such as limestone. Over time, underground water erodes these rocks, creating cavities or voids beneath the surface. However, this natural process was likely sped up by human activities. Construction work to expand the city's subway line had been happening nearby. Experts believe the digging disturbed the already fragile ground, causing it to cave in. What's even more fascinating is how Japan handled the situation. While such a catastrophe could take months to fix elsewhere, Japanese engineers worked tirelessly around the clock. In just 1 week, the sinkhole was completely repaired and the road reopened. The speed and efficiency of the repair work stunned the world. Videos of construction crews working with precision went viral, showing Japan's commitment to solving problems quickly and safely. Sometimes, the Earth reminds us of its hidden power, but humans respond with remarkable determination. On number 6, come a surfer that fights off shark. What would you do if a shark came at you in the middle of the ocean? Punch it? This is not a hypothetical question for Australian professional surfer Mick Fanning. In 2015, during the final round of the J-Bay Open competition in South Africa, Mick found himself face-to-face with not 1, but 2 sharks. The incident, which was broadcast live on television, left viewers around the world stunned and terrified. Mick was sitting on his surfboard, waiting for a wave, when something brushed against his legs. At first, he thought it might just be a playful seal or a piece of seaweed, but the next moment, he saw the dark shadow of a shark circling him. Within seconds, the shark lunged at him, knocking him off his board and into the water. In that moment of panic, Mick did something most of us would never think of. He punched the shark right on its nose. The shark backed off briefly, but the danger wasn't over. Another shark appeared nearby, raising fears that Mick was surrounded. Luckily, competition safety teams were already on their way. Rescue boats quickly reached him, pulling him out of the water unharmed. The entire encounter lasted less than a minute, but for those watching, it felt like a lifetime. Mick later described the experience as the scariest thing I've ever been through. The footage of Mick's bravery went viral almost immediately. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. Someone literally punching a shark to escape. His calm and quick thinking saved his life, but Mick admitted that he acted purely on instinct. Scientists often say that hitting a shark on its nose or gills can deter it because these areas are extremely sensitive. Mick's story added weight to this advice, even though it's rare for anyone to find themselves in such a situation. Following the incident, Mick received widespread praise for his composure and courage. However, he didn't let the experience keep him out of the water. Just weeks later, he was back surfing, proving that his love for the ocean was stronger than any fear. Sometimes life throws us into situations where we must fight back, even when the odds seem terrifyingly large, just like Mick did. On number 5, we have a whale that protects diver from shark. In a truly remarkable encounter, biologist Nan Hauser found herself in a life-threatening situation, only to be saved by a humpback whale. This extraordinary event took place in the Cook Islands, a remote part of the South Pacific known for its stunning marine life. Hauser, who was studying the behavior of whales, had no idea that she would soon experience a life-or-death moment that would change her understanding of these magnificent creatures. While swimming in the ocean, Hauser was approached by a large humpback whale. At first, she was unsure of what was happening, but the whale began nudging her gently with its mouth. It wasn't long before Hauser realized that the whale's behavior was anything but random. Was the whale simply curious, or was there something more going on here? Hauser's confusion turned to fear when she noticed a tiger shark lurking nearby, its sharp fins cutting through the water. Sharks, especially tiger sharks, are known to be dangerous, and Hauser's initial instinct was to swim away. But the whale, instead of just swimming away, seemed to be acting in her defense. As Hauser tried to swim, the whale continued to nudge her, guiding her away from the shark. The massive creature even tucked Hauser under its fin, as if to protect her from the imminent danger of the predator. Could a whale really understand the danger and choose to protect a human? It was a question that seemed almost too unbelievable to answer. However, the footage Hauser captured during the encounter gave valuable insight into the whale's intentions. Hauser believes that the whale's actions were not a random act, but a deliberate effort to protect her from the approaching shark. The experience was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Hauser, who had spent years studying whales and their behavior, was struck by how the whale acted almost like a guardian, positioning itself between her and the shark. It's a rare behavior to witness, especially considering that humpback whales are usually not known to interact with humans in such a protective manner. In the end, Hauser was unharmed, and the encounter left her with a deeper respect for the intelligence and compassion that whales may possess. What other secrets might these ocean giants be hiding? This incident serves as a reminder of the incredible, often surprising relationships that can exist between humans and animals. On number 4 comes a whale that jumps out of nowhere. When you go on a whale-watching trip, you're probably hoping for a glimpse of these incredible creatures, maybe a small fin or tail breaking the surface of the water. But imagine this. You're calmly watching the ocean, cameras ready, when suddenly a massive splash erupts just feet away from your boat. That's exactly what happened to a group of lucky passengers when a baby humpback whale decided to put on a show they would never forget. The young whale, weighing several tons, breached the water unexpectedly, launching its gigantic body into the air and crashing back down with a force that soaked everyone on board. It was a thrilling moment that left the spectators in awe. While humpback whales are known for their acrobatic skills, seeing one so close in person is a rare and humbling experience. For those who don't know, breaching is when whales propel themselves out of the water and splash back down. Scientists believe they do this for various reasons: communication, cleaning their skin, or simply for fun. What makes this story even more impressive is the sheer size of humpback whales. Even though this was a baby, it still likely measured anywhere from 15 to 20 feet long and weighed several tons. Can you imagine the power it takes to launch something that big out of the water? Adult humpbacks, for reference, can reach up to 56 feet in length and weigh as much as 40 tons. That's as heavy as 5 African elephants. This incredible encounter wasn't just a stroke of luck. It was also a vivid reminder of how majestic marine life can be. For passengers on board, the sudden breach created a mix of excitement, surprise, and adrenaline. And let's face it, getting splashed by a whale is probably one of the coolest stories you can bring back from a vacation. It's moments like these that highlight the importance of protecting these magnificent animals and their natural habitats. Humpback whales have made a comeback from the brink of extinction thanks to conservation efforts. But their survival depends on continued awareness and care. So, next time you're out on a whale-watching trip, keep your eyes peeled. You never know when one of these gentle giants might decide to surprise you with a front-row performance. On number 3, we have a Sasquatch on dash cam footage. Consider yourself driving down a dark, quiet road, early in the morning, when your headlights suddenly illuminate something strange. Is it a shadow, an animal, or something that defies explanation? That's the question sparked by a dashcam video, allegedly showing a figure some claim is Bigfoot, captured near the Sunchild First Nation Reserve in Alberta, Canada. The video, taken in May 2024, shows what appears to be a large, hairy figure standing near the edge of the forest. Its shadowy outline and posture have fueled widespread debate online. Some viewers insist that it's the elusive Sasquatch, a legendary creature rumored to roam the wilderness of North America. Others argue it's simply a trick of light, a tree, or even someone in a costume. Whatever the case, the footage has reignited interest in the age-old question: does Bigfoot really exist? The legend of Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, has been around for centuries. Indigenous cultures in North America have long shared stories of large, ape-like creatures living in remote forests and mountains. The modern Bigfoot myth took off in the 1950s and 1960s, when numerous reports and alleged sightings began surfacing, alongside mysterious footprints. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, the idea of a hidden giant roaming the wilderness continues to captivate people's imaginations. Critics of the video point to the blurry quality, a common issue with supposed Bigfoot sightings. After all, with today's high-definition cameras, why do Sasquatch videos always seem grainy and unclear? Skeptics believe the figure could easily be a person or a staged prank. But here's the kicker: the wilderness is vast and largely unexplored. Could it really hide an unknown creature? Believers argue that the dense forests of Canada provide the perfect refuge for an animal like Bigfoot, which may be highly intelligent and adept at avoiding humans. With countless acres of untouched land, it's not entirely impossible for an unknown species to exist in such remote areas. That thought alone keeps the mystery alive. Ultimately, the video leaves us with more questions than answers. Whether you believe in Sasquatch or not, it's hard to deny the allure of this enduring mystery. Could this dash cam footage finally be the proof the world has been waiting for, or is it just another case of mistaken identity? You decide. Next on number 2 comes a bear that was caught in grease trap. Wild animals are naturally curious, especially when it comes to the promise of food. Unfortunately, that curiosity sometimes lands them in trouble, just like this poor bear cub that got stuck in a restaurant grease trap. What started as an innocent search for food turned into a distressing ordeal that could have ended much worse if not for quick action from rescuers. The incident happened when the young bear was lured by the strong smell of leftover grease outside a restaurant. Thinking it had found an easy snack, the cub climbed into the open grease trap. What it didn't realize, however, was that the container was slippery, sticky, and nearly impossible to escape once inside. Trapped and unable to climb out, the cub struggled for hours under the hot sun, becoming exhausted, dehydrated, and dangerously overheated. Thankfully, someone noticed the distressed animal and called local wildlife rescue teams. Rescuers arrived quickly and carefully removed the cub from the trap, but it wasn't as simple as just pulling it out. Covered in grease and weak from hours of struggle, the bear needed immediate care to recover. Wildlife rescuers worked to clean the cub and treat it for dehydration. They provided fluids, cooled it down, and made sure it was safe before preparing it for release back into the wild. This heartwarming rescue was a testament to the importance of human intervention when wild animals get into dangerous situations. Incidents like this also highlight a larger problem: improperly secured grease traps and food waste attract animals, putting them at risk. Bears, in particular, have an incredibly strong sense of smell. Some say they can detect food from miles away. When they venture too close to human-populated areas, it not only endangers them, but also puts people at risk of unexpected encounters. To prevent future accidents, businesses are urged to secure grease traps properly and dispose of food waste responsibly. Simple measures like locking lids and using bear-proof containers can make a significant difference. After all, it's up to us to protect wildlife and ensure these animals don't suffer due to human carelessness. Lastly, at number 1, we have a child that meets massive bear. It's every parent's nightmare. A bear and a child just feet apart. What would you do if you saw this happening? The video, captured on a home security camera, shows the young boy, named Huxley, riding his scooter down the quiet suburban street. Out of nowhere, a massive black bear starts walking toward him. Huxley notices the bear, but instead of running away, something that could have provoked the animal. He freezes in place and calmly stares at it. His reaction seems incredibly brave for such a young child. Experts often say that if you encounter a bear, the best thing to do is to remain calm and avoid sudden movements, which is exactly what Huxley did, probably saving himself from harm. While the boy remained still, a quick-thinking neighbor saw the whole situation unfold. They ran outside, waving their arms and making loud noises to scare the bear away. This is a common tactic when encountering a bear. Black bears are generally timid and can often be scared off if they feel confronted. The neighbor's quick response worked, and the bear turned around and retreated back into the woods, leaving Huxley unharmed. The footage ends with the boy scootering back to safety, as if nothing had happened. What makes this incident so incredible is the child's composure. Most adults, let alone children, would panic in such a situation. But staying still and calm can make all the difference. Experts from wildlife organizations often emphasize that black bears, while large and intimidating, are not typically aggressive toward humans. They are more curious than dangerous, especially when food is not involved. This encounter, while nerve-wracking, highlights an important lesson. Being calm and aware in nature can prevent dangerous situations from escalating. What would you do if you were face to face with a bear? It's a question worth asking, and one that this little boy answered perfectly. Whether it was his natural instinct or something he had been taught, Huxley's reaction is a reminder that education about wildlife is vital, even for young children. If you live in an area where wild animals like bears are common, it's a good idea to teach kids how to respond to such encounters. This heart-stopping incident also shows the importance of community. The neighbor who intervened didn't hesitate to act. Their courage and quick thinking may have saved the boy's life. It's a reassuring reminder that, in moments of crisis, the kindness of others can make all the difference. Which moment surprised you the most? Or have you ever witnessed something so unbelievable that no one believed you until you showed the proof? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more incredible moments you don't want to miss. And turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we drop new videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.